Okay, 10 plus advanced things that you should know in Dota 2. When you stack neutrals and someone else clears it, you will gain gold and experience as the stacker. The gold and experience that you gain is not a tax from the total gold and experience. It is a 30% bonus from the total gains. We know that we don't have to be there to gain the gold, but did you know that you don't have to be there to gain experience? So it's usually better to allow your core to solo clear and go to a lane, because in that way, you'll gain experience from the stack and the lane. Here's another thing about this. You can even gain experience when you're dead. If you have ever been faked by a Manta illusion where someone presses Manta and send an illusions away while the real hero is hitting you, I would like you to know that you can tell which is the real hero instantly. Are you ready? Do not blink. Let's try again. If I slow it down, you can see that the name of the main hero will appear first before the illusion, and the illusion will split out of it. So if you pay close attention, you can consistently get it right every single time. Did you also know that you can get a free skin in the game? All you gotta do is to use my link that will bring you to Dota Boom, enter my promo code, and that will get you your 5% bonus on deposit, your 1 free opening, and additional 50 cents on top of that. Dota Boom operates under the provably fair algorithm system that guarantees fairness in the game. You will also need to be 18 and above to use it, and there is a 35% higher chance of getting an Arcana compared to the in-game client. Right now, there is a Grand Theft event where the top leaderboard players get to share $300 worth of skins. There is also multicast where you can get 4 skins in one opening, and multi-fix where you are guaranteed 2 skins in one opening. So go claim your free case and then come back and watch the video. Okay, so now there's this thing where you can activate Range Finder by holding Alt and clicking your items or spells. This is very useful to check, for example, the exact range you need to gain experience, your exact attack range, and the exact cast range of your items. But there is one use for this that is incredibly game winning, and that is to check for smoke break. Smoke will break at 1025 range. Blink Dagger has a 1200 cast range. During the night time where vision is limited, you can estimate enemies' positioning by running towards the fog with the Blink Range Finder. This way, your smoke will not break from the back, and you can get a good estimate of where the enemies are hiding in the fog of war. If you have 2 heroes reaching the Lotus Pool before your opponents, you can block the entrance of the pool with only 2 heroes. But in order for this to work, you cannot be playing any of these heroes because they are slightly smaller than the rest. For the Wisdom Shrines, you cannot completely block it. Instead, you want to stand at the edge of the circle when you're taking it and do manual body block. I'm sure that you have seen Morphling abusing item backpacking to regen HP like this. Here's the thing, you can literally do this with any hero. First, you want to wait for the flag barrier creep, stand under tower, and eat a tango, then you backpack your items. This is very useful for doing quick resets. You can see that I gained almost 300 HP in less than 20 seconds, which is almost a salve. If you kill a Vengeful Spirit, you will receive a debuff where Venge will do 20% more damage to you. This is an innate of Venge and it will last all the way until you die. Well, here's the thing. When you kill any of Venge Illusion, you will receive the same debuff, and Venge will do more damage to you. This debuff is actually a double-edged sword, because, for example, the opponent's Shadow Demon steals Venge Illusion and Venge kills the illusion, the Shadow Demon will now do 20% more damage to the Venge until the Venge dies. This will apply to anyone that kills the illusion. For example, if the Morphling turns into a Venge and uses Manta and some random dude come and kills the illusion, they will get the debuff as well. In most games, Drow is kind of scared of these blink, stance, catch melee heroes. Most players will consider buying BKB or Lincolns, but there is actually a cheaper solution. Just buy a shard. If anyone blinks onto you, you press the shard and they will lose a vision of you, and they have to walk around because you are kind of on the high ground, and they cannot kill you, giving you a higher chance to kill them. When a Storm Spirit takes the Shock Collar Facet and pulls you, you are forced to attack yourself for one hit with the additional Overload buff. Now, if you have items that does damage over time, you can use this to your advantage and deny yourself. We all know that vision is blocked around the Roshan pit. For example, I have a sniper standing in the corner of the entrance of the pit. We cannot see the sniper unless I walk to the corner of the pit. So instead of hiding heroes there, we can use this to hide a ward there by planting it over here. So even if there's a sentry and you have vision of the area, this ward is blocked by the Roshan vision. If you have ever gotten into an endless sentry battle for this Dire small camp, I would like you to know that Dire will always win over this camp. All you need to do is to stand over here and place a sentry over here. Radiant Sentry might detect this ward, but the player has to walk all the way around to find it. And by the time they do that, you have already killed their sentry. This ward will cover majority of the spawn box, but not this small little corner. However, this corner is actually blocked by trees. So you literally cannot plant a sentry there unless you cut the tree. If you want to play it safe to cover the entire box, at the start of the game, cut this tree. So when the game starts and you're getting into a sentry war, you will always win by placing the sentry here. But come on guys, no one in the right mind will cut this tree to put a sentry there. Besides, if you're gonna block the big camp with a sentry, you're gonna cover this area either ways. Echo Saber helps Monkey gets off 4 hits quickly for the Jingu buff, but the slow from the Echo Saber does not apply to Monkey's statue. So if you're looking to slow heroes and keep them inside the ring, consider getting a Witchblade instead. Every statue has a separate cooldown, making the slow inside the ring permanent. So instead of slowing one hero with Diffuser, you can literally slow the entire enemy team. I'm sure you have seen Invokers get fed by Sunstriking the other lane while playing mid. You can actually tell which lane the Sunstrike is going to by looking at the direction of Invoker when he's casting Sunstrike. Sometimes, calling the lane where the Sunstrike is going to go can prevent a death or two. For TP scrolls, we can kind of tell which lane someone is TPing to by looking at the direction of the hero. Here's a trick to fake the direction of your TP. Instead of clicking the tower, click on the map and use the highlighted tower to select which lane you want to go. For example, if I'm TPing mid, I'm going to click like this. You can see that I'm facing forward, but I'm actually TPing backwards. For the side lanes, you can click further away from the tower to make it look like you're TPing to some random location. Have you ever bought Lincolns to counter a certain spell and your opponents just buy another item to break your Lincolns and you still ends up eating the spell? The solution to this is actually to drop your Lincolns so that you can block the correct spell. But it makes no sense to be standing there AFK waiting to drop items. So here's what you do. Hold on to the left click and drag your items. Then as you're holding onto your left click, use your right click to move around. You can even cast spells as you are doing this, so you are always ready to drop your Lincolns. But if your opponents are using U scepters to break Lincolns, then it is not a good idea to drop it. You can even use this trick for items like Tranquil Boots. It is important to note that Roshan takes about 30 seconds to switch side. Sometimes you can intentionally allow Roshan to throw 5 players so that the Roshan will reach the other side in only 20 seconds.